Hey everybody! Hello, hello, hello! It's Kimber here in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm going to wait a minute or two before I get really started because I know a lot of people come on once they see it going live. So if you're already on, if you'll just hit the share button, wherever it is, if you'll just hit that share button and let everybody know that we are live here in Memphis, Tennessee on TCB Radio, I would really appreciate it. And welcome, welcome, welcome to our Tuesday evening TCB Radio live broadcast. I'd love to hear from you while I'm talking. If you'll just comment down here in the section and let me know where you're from so I can say hello to you, that would be great. I'd love to say hi to everybody and see where you're from. We love seeing that every week. We get people from all around the world that come on here, and we love it. Love it, love it. I've got a great show for you guys today. It says my connection is weak, and if I try to move around any, I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. So if I get pixelated or if it comes in and out, just bear with me. You know how Facebook is. But I'm Kimber, and I was supposed to host last week, but I've got the flu. And if you can probably still hear in my voice, I'm just now getting back to where I can talk without having a coughing fit. So thanks for bearing with me, and thank you so much to Krista for picking up the slack last week where I left off. So I've got a great show for you guys today. And I just want to say real quick, we have a very special episode here on Facebook Live. We're going to be talking about Elvis's birthday celebration, what they did down in Tupelo to celebrate his birthday, as well as here. Hey, Krista, I'm so glad that you were able to be on. Yes, and Peter's performing, so they are on the road. So if y'all will send them well wishes and good vibes so that he'll have a great show tonight. His shorts will not be making an appearance on this video tonight. They are actually out working and earning their keep around this place. But we're going to talk about how Tupelo, the birthplace of Elvis, celebrated his birthday in 2017, how you can win an autographed photo of Billy Gardell, who is in the new CMT series Sun Records. He's playing Colonel Parker. And we're going to do a recap of my videos that I posted this last week on Facebook Live from Graceland. A lot of people have been asking about them, so we're going to talk about them and tell you a little bit about the process and what all we do behind the scenes with all of that. Hey Trina, how are you? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, the shorts are working it. They got to earn their keep around here. And listen, you guys, if you are listening on Speedway Radio to this, that means this is after Tuesday and we are over on the radio end of things and you're hearing it. We're going to be adding some music, so sit back and relax and enjoy, and welcome to the show. We appreciate you listening, and of course, everybody at Speedway Radio, we love you dearly. And before we get started, I'm going to show you this here video behind me, and then I'm going to get to some great fun news. So hang on with me real quick while I turn this around. And let's see if I did this right today. How awesome is that? Peter Alden put that together, so you guys, next time you talk to Peter, let him know he did a great job. He's good for something every once in a while. Hang on while I get this back in its holder. All right. Okay. If the phone goes flying, you know why. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm glad that Krista is in the comments and she's able to answer everybody, so I'm going to let her answer everybody while I give you some great information. We got a lot to get to, and I do want to send a little shout out. I've got a little feral kitty that has adopted me, and she's been gone since it snowed here last week. She's been missing, and she showed back up tonight, and she's got some wounds on her, so I played nurse to her a little earlier, and she's asleep on the couch, so you may see her. So if she pops in and around, it's the little kitty, Leah. A lot of y'all know about her. All right. So the King of Rock and Roll celebrated his 82nd birthday this last Sunday night. Can you believe it? Can you imagine? 82. Just crazy. Graceland held a huge birthday bash for Elvis today, or on that day, and at the centerpiece was a gigantic birthday cake, which had pictures of Elvis and music notes on it. Now, this was the largest cake that they have had to date during their birthday celebrations for Elvis, and it was massive. Hundreds of people braved the cold temps to take part in the celebration, and Mayor Jim Strickland and Shelby County Mayor Mark Luttrell also made a special appearance. Every year, thousands of people visit Memphis for the King's birthday bash. Now, I was planning on going down there. Excuse me. It was Sunday morning real early. It was still very, very cold, so I wasn't able to get down there because of the flu that I've had, and I didn't want to risk it because I'd already been out the night before down at Graceland. So, but I will tell you this, if you've seen the pictures and the videos, there were a ton of people there, and they opened up the walkway between the guest house and Graceland, so everybody was able to walk. They started at the guest house and did celebrations there, and then they took everybody through the walkway to Graceland onto the property, and that's when they did everything. And so it was a huge deal. It was a lot of fun. Everybody really enjoyed it, and it was a very, very special day for everybody to be able to celebrate Elvis's 82nd birthday. And on Facebook Live, I brought you some very special videos. One of them was that evening at Graceland behind the gates. So, a lot of people don't know this, and if you don't live here in Memphis, you might not know it either. On the day before Elvis's birthday and Elvis's birthday, that evening at 6 o'clock, they'll open the gates up, and you can walk up to the meditation garden in the evening from 6 to 8. And they'll also do it during August, during Elvis week, the night before his death and then the night of. And so I was at Marlowe's Sunday because Colin Paul had been performing there, and Marlowe's is just down the road from Graceland. So when I got done, it was almost 6 o'clock, and so I timed it perfect. I drove up, there was a big group of people standing at the gates, and I decided, you know what, I promised TCB Radio one more video this week if I could get it, so I managed to walk in behind the group. I followed them up, and I got it on video. You've probably seen it. I think it's been viewed by over 8,000 people already, so you can go on there and check it out. And it will also, I think they're going to be on the blog. Yeah, they're going to be posting on the blog very soon, so you can see them on there as well. But I want to tell you a little bit about that. It was such a surreal experience for me. I've gone up the driveway several times, but I've never done it by myself, and I've never done it on his birthday. And of course, it was cold, it was quiet. You know when it snows, how quiet it gets? Well, that's what it was like that day, or that evening. And I walked up, and I've never seen the nativity scene up close. I've seen it from the gate and the wall, but walking up to it, you realize just how big it is. It's massive. The camels are bigger than life-size camels, and the people are bigger than life-size. So it's very, very big, and it's very intimidating when you walk up on it, and it's very quiet, so that adds to that overall serenity that you kind of get when you're doing that. But, you know, during Elvis week in August, there's always music playing, and you always hear something going on. Well, the night of his birthday, there was nothing. It was dead quiet. So I walked on up. You got the video. Then my phone died. I mean, what perfection. It died right as I got to the meditation garden. But you got to walk all the way up the driveway with me. So I had to walk all the way back down without my phone being on. And so I was able to kind of just take it all in. And I realized about halfway back down the driveway that I was totally by myself. Nobody was there on that driveway. And when I did a complete 360, there was not a person in sight. And it was really overwhelming. As you probably saw on my second video, I started crying. Hey, Kathy, hey. And it just really touched me. It really did. This man who's been gone for 40 years this year, which is crazy, has united all of us around the world because of our love for him and his music. So it was a really wonderful thing. And then, of course, I also earlier, before that night, had Colin Paul on a video on TCB Radio with me. And we talked about all kinds of stuff happening and everything. So I was really excited about that. But all those videos will be over on our blog. And people have asked, how do I decide where I'm going to go? Hey, Andrea. Hey, Patricia. Basically, it's a toss-up. It depends on what I have going on my schedule during the week. Because, you know, I also do a radio show on Speedway. And I'm recording my album. And I work on the magazine on Speedway. I'm the editor-in-chief of that. And then I have a full-time job. And I have a lot of stuff going. So it just depends on where I'm going to be that week, what part of town I'm going to be in. And I try to just really plan around that. And also, you guys, when you suggest something, if you're like, hey, I really want to see the gates of Graceland again, or I want to see Sun Studio, or whatever, we take that into consideration too, and I try to get all those places in for you. Now, as it warms up, I'll be able to get around, because it'll be lighter, longer, and I'll be able to get around to some more places. But I want to talk to you about the auction that happened at Graceland this past weekend during Elvis's birthday celebrations. There were clothes, there were credit cards, guns, and jewelry, all belonging to or given away by the king, were up for sale on Saturday. And the auction at Graceland was part of Elvis Presley Enterprises' annual Elvis birthday weekend festivities, and it was held at the theater inside the guest house at Graceland. And the auction saw some 160 pieces of Elvis memorabilia go under the hammer. Bidding, which took place live and via telephone and internet, went for over 2 hours, generating a total of $330,531 in sales. It's crazy. The bidding started with a 1953 Humes High School yearbook, which was signed by Elvis, that sold for $4,000. But the focus was on a series of bigger ticket items, especially a collection of jewelry Presley gifted to his longtime friend and aide, Charlie Hodge. Hey, you guys, while I'm talking about all this, if y'all will hit the share button and let everybody know that we are live talking about Elvis and his birthday, I'd really appreciate it. We want to get the word out about everything Elvis related that we can. Now, the big seller from Saturday's Elvis Presley auction at Graceland was a gold and diamond lion's head ring. And it was given to Hodge, and it netted $37,500, tripling its pre-auction estimate and become the top grosser of the sale. Two other pieces owned by Hodge, a gold and sapphire ring and a 1911 Indian head gold coin ring, each brought in $9,375. Another gold and diamond pyramid ring sold for $8,125. Can you imagine the person that bought that lion head ring for $37,500? It's crazy. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Thank you guys. Beyond jewelry, another favorite gift of Presley's to give people was firearms. Hey, Colin! Colin Paul's on, you guys. Say hi to Colin. We're going to be talking about you in a minute, Colin. But Elvis loved to give away firearms. And, let's see. There was a police positive special .32 caliber pistol given to his bodyguard, Richard Grobe, doubling its pre-auction estimate with a final sale price of $10,625. Images of Elvis were also a hot item on Saturday with a selection of Terry Wood photos chronicling Presley's September 1956 concert in his hometown of Tupelo, Mississippi, which earned $8,125. That's crazy. There were a bunch of other things. I could go on and on and on this list. There were so many items, but overall, like I said, the whole auction netted $330,531 in sales. I think it's safe to say that after 40 years of Elvis being gone, there is still a huge, high love and interest of Elvis Presley. Now, every year, I don't know if you guys know this or not, in Southern California, SoCal Salt and Straw ice cream shops pay tribute to the King's birthday on January 8th with a different ice cream iteration of his favorite foods, which was bacon, bananas, and peanut butter. The annual tradition continues with the latest creation for 2017, which is lightly spiced banana custard ice cream that's all shook up with chunks of peanut butter bacon cookie dough. Now imagine pralined bacon bits in place of chocolate chips. And then swirl in a ribbon of Marionberry jam that's so good it'll make you wiggle your hips in delight. Krista, did you write that or did you copy that? Or did you just want me to read that? But you know what? Even if you couldn't get to a Salt and Straw on January 8th, you're in luck. The flavor will be in the code cases at Southern California Salt and Straws through Friday, January 27th. And there is a website, which we will hopefully put on the blog. So be looking for that. Now, also, as you know, CMT has announced a new Sam Phillips series, Sun Records. It's an original production. It's based on the musical $1 Million Quartet, and it's going to premiere February 23rd. It was filmed right here in Memphis, Tennessee. I drove by it a lot, and I almost got the nerve up to audition for some extra, just to be an extra, and I didn't. I wish I had now. Billy Gardell, you might know him from Mike and Molly. He is playing Presley's manager, Colonel Tom Parker. Now, we have an autographed photo to give away from Billy Gardell, and if you are watching this video right now, and if you have shared this video as it's live, you are entered into that drawing. And the drawing is going to be on January 31st. We'll choose a winner from a hat, and Krista will mail that autographed photo to you. I don't have it, but every time Krista does the show, she holds it up and she shows everybody, and it's really cool. It's Billy Gardell and I think it's Billy as Colonel Parker on the other side, or is it Colonel Parker? I know you're watching, Krista, but it's autographed by him personally. So you are entered into the drawing right now. How cool is that? I have a short video, and I know Krista didn't think I was going to be able to pull this off, but I am. So I'm going to turn my camera around, and then I'm going to talk to you about Colin Paul and some stuff that we did this week. Hang on just a second. This is from Tupelo and what they did for Elvis's birthday. And there we go.
Probably its most notable native, Elvis Presley. WCBI's Parker King visited the museum today and joins us in the studio to tell us about the celebration. Parker.
Selena, there was cake and ice cream that I unfortunately missed out on at the Birthplace Museum in Tupelo. The 82nd birthday of Presley was one for the books, and the celebration has been growing every year.
The king of rock and roll is another year older.
He was one of a kind.
And as every year passes, his legacy grows on a worldwide scale, one that some Americans don't know about.
There's a huge fan base in the UK because Elvis never toured the UK. So unlike our American colleagues and friends, we didn't have the opportunity to see Elvis in the UK as you would in the US. So therefore, we have to bring the fans to the US to see Elvis.
While the museum and birthplace of Elvis tells the story of his life accurately, the words and stories of a longtime friend carry more meaning about the Tupelo native and his rise to superstardom.
We were just talking, kind of like we are now. And I said, well, buddy, what you been doing? He said, well, let me tell you, guy. He said, I stopped with Sun Records to see about maybe making a record. And he said, maybe we'll know something before long.
While fame may cause some to forget where they come from, it never seemed to affect Presley.
There wasn't no change in Elvis toward us. People say, well, it said, well, it seemed like y'all were always happy. Well,
That kind of personality, along with a limitless supply of talent, appealed to a vast fan base from right here in America.
As young people back in the 70s, of course, he was in a lot of Vegas shows, so we would go to Vegas and spend 3 days, and she'd see 2 shows a night.
To countries worldwide.
I became an Elvis fan, and a lot of friends of mine were like, "No, that's not cool. You should like U2. Think bands like that, and Elvis is not cool." So I hit it a little bit. But when I grew older, I was like, "Okay, I don't care what you think about it. I love Elvis. I love his music, and I'm proud of it."
With the expanding of the museum and more sites opening up to visitors, it does not look like Presley will be losing fans anytime soon.
To be able to actually introduce other fans to Elvis and to talk about Elvis is something really exciting, because let's be honest, there isn't another star such as Elvis Presley.
And the state of Mississippi is proud to claim him. In Tupelo, Parker King, WCBI News.
While this was an important day for the Birthplace Museum, as well as Graceland and Memphis, workers say that the more recognized date is the Memorial Day of Presley's death in August. We'll be sure to be there when that time's come, but for now, from one king to another, happy birthday, Mr. Presley. Selena, back to you.
Well, how cool was that video? I hadn't seen that. Ah. All right, let me turn that off. All right. So that was from Tupelo. I think that's pretty cool. Hey, I want to give a shout out. I'm wearing this baseball cap for 2 reasons. One, because it's extremely windy here in Memphis, Tennessee today. It was over 40 miles per hour wind gust, and there's no way you can keep a hairstyle going in that kind of wind. And for 2, it's from Team Kimber member Janie down in Australia, from down under. I know it's backwards right now for what you're seeing it, but I love it. And she knows I love baseball caps. So, how cool was that video? That was awesome. I want to give a big shout out to somebody that does a lot of work behind the scenes for the Elvis community and the Elvis tribute artists around the world when they're here in Memphis during Elvis Week. And that's Kerry Rayburn. And he produces a series called Walking on the Boulevard. And he was here in town this past week for the birthday celebration. And I got to work with him just a little bit. I met with Colin Paul, who is on here watching right now. Colin is a huge recording artist over in the UK. Wonderful, wonderful man. Beautiful family. Can't say enough about him. And but he's a big Elvis fan, Colin is. And he was here to just pay his respects for the birthday. And he performed around town a little bit. But while Colin was here, he went in the studio with me and he laid vocals down on my upcoming album, shameless plug time. And it'll be coming out really soon. But I want to talk about Kerry for just a second. Kerry does the Walking on the Boulevard series, and a lot of ETAs work with him. Colin works with him a lot. I'm hoping to work with him in the future myself on some of my music stuff. But he is an amazing man, and if you are able to get over on Facebook and look him up, Walking on the Boulevard or Kerry Rayburn, please do. He's just awesome, and you're going to love the stuff. We're going to have a big article about him in our Speedway magazine coming up in March. And then, of course, Colin Paul, who is just amazing, did a great job at Marlowe's. He performed there a couple of times while he was here this past week, and he performed down at Lafayette's. But what I want to talk about Colin about, I could go on and on about Colin, how great he is, but he just confirmed last week that Ray Walker, who's the bass vocalist of the legendary Jordanaires, who backed Elvis on many recordings, has agreed to and is recording backing vocals for Colin's next original CD written by Jim Newcomb and Jeff Taggart for release later this year. And from what Colin was telling me, it should be out in time for Elvis Week, so you can get it on his website or while he's here in town. So I'm so excited about that. So be looking for that. And if you know Colin, send him some good luck vibes. And if not, go over there and check him out on Facebook. He is just amazing. He's very personable, down to earth. Beautiful family. I want to encourage you guys to watch the TCB Radio blog for a future post, including video of all the celebrations on the Graceland lawn, celebrating Elvis's 82nd birthday. You can find us at tcbradio.wordpress.com. And for Krista's blog post, it cut it off. Krista has a blog post as well, and you can check her out. She does so much. I mean, oh my goodness, Krista is she just keeps everything going for all of us, and I can't say enough about her. I've had a lot of people ask me about my album, and my album will be coming out very, very soon, within the next month or so. Hello, I'm back. Okay, it lost the signal. It's so windy here, and I have a feeling that's probably playing into my signal. I'm so sorry. But it will be coming out. Colin's going to be on it. We've got a guitar player from Jerry Lee Lewis's band's going to be on it. Several Memphis musicians are going to be on it. I'm so excited. And the one and only Peter Alden is going to be on it. So you're going to definitely want to check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll be over in the UK next summer performing and touring. And Colin has agreed to meet up with me while I'm there. And of course, Colin will be here during Elvis Week, and we're going to be doing the pool party together. I'm going to be bringing you a lot more fun Elvis news from all around Memphis all year long. We got a lot in store. We got some great celebrity interviews coming up, and Krista has big things in store for TCB Radio. So I hope you're all checking it out. Thank you for following us. I want to tell you the video that we did behind the gates of Graceland the other night has already been it's reached over 8,000 people. So that is amazing. You guys, we love you so much. We just love you, love you, love you. And we can't say enough about you. And thank you to everybody that has reached out to me and asked if I'm feeling better. As you can tell, I am. I'm doing so much better. So thank you guys so much. I want to send a special shout out to all my Team Kimber members that are around the world. There's 23 of them now, all around the world, in the UK and Australia and the US, Scotland. They promote and do so much, and I cannot say enough great things about them. So thank you guys so much. If you listened to the radio show today, you heard a lot of great things on Speedway. We've got the magazine coming back soon, so I'm really excited about that. We kind of put it on hiatus through the holidays, but it's getting ready to come back, and I've got somebody special that Speedway wants me to feature for the month of March, so be on the lookout for that. And all kinds of fun things coming up. Peter Alden is just doing amazing. He's got some new things he's added to his show lineup, and I want to encourage you, when you get off of here, the next place to go, if you want to find out more about Peter and see it live for yourself, and tell him his little sister said hello, you can go over to facebook.com/Peter Alden Entertainment for some live video, excuse me, from my special co-host and brother and friend, Peter Alden, as he is performing live tonight. So this is Kimber from here in Memphis. AJ, hello AJ, hello Rhonda. Special shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. And you guys, if you've said something on here and I didn't see it tonight, I apologize. Sometimes these comments come in and I don't see it until after the broadcast is over, and I don't know why, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight here on TCB Radio. Make sure you listen to Speedway Radio. We're going to be playing more of Colin's music, Jesse Aaron. We're going to be talking about epic international championships and showcases. We're going to be talking about Peter Alden and all the things he's got coming up. We got so much in store for 2017. So we hope you'll tune in. And this is Kimber saying, mwah, I love you from here in Memphis. Y'all have a great night.